Okay, welcome everybody. So I will talk about the time, personal management. Some people they say like there is no time management because time is fixed 24 hours. They say we need to make management for ourselves. So whether we call it time management or personal management, I will focus on the concept. But during this course, I will talk about time management. And my first motto, which I would like to share with you, uh, because this is connected with the time management, with the planning. Someone mentioned like if you don't have a plan, you became part of somebody else's plan. So here I can make maybe like brief it that be a plan or be planned. So we need to make a plan for ourselves all the time. And usually when I offer a session, a training, I start with a title. So the title for this session is Stop Starting, Start Finishing. You will understand it what I mean during this session or during the live session. If you didn't grasp the idea during this session or this teaser, you will understand it in the software professional jumpstart when we will start soon. Okay, so the anatomy of the session. Mainly, it is about self-awareness. We will analyze our behavior with time and some practical hints. And then I will just touch the Eisenhower Matrix. I will leave it mainly maybe to the live session about the software professional jumpstart. And then something about the work in progress, which is called abbreviated by web. And then call for action at the end. Okay, so the first thing we need to start with anything is to have self-awareness about our behavior. And in this case, in this perspective in time management, we need to analyze our behavior with time. So I will talk about because now we are talking about studying, about learning. So, and this can be applicable to any activity which you are planning to improve yourself. But let's take an example, the study time. So first you need to understand how much time you allocate for yourself, like the study time allocation, and then time on the task, and then the golden hour, social media scrolling, and the black hole. All of these concepts about self-awareness, I will explain it in a moment. So the first one is the study time allocation. So the first thing you need to start, how much time I spend on studying. Let's say that you are taking the software professional jumpstart. It needs some allocation of time. So the first question you need to understand and to answer, how much time I spend on studying. So this will be the first question you need to answer yourself. And this will be applicable to other areas. I will explain in a moment. Then second question you need to ask yourself, how much time I spend on the task. So what I mean here, now let's say uh, you reserve 1 hour for studying a course, for studying physics, mathematics, software professional jumpstart. Then the most important KPI or metric here is time on the task. What I mean here, now you allocated 1 hour, let's say from 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock in the afternoon. But the most important for me or for yourself, how much I spend time on the task itself, whether it is half an hour, 15 minutes, without stopping, this is like we are measuring the productivity. How much time I really engaged in a particular activity without interruption. It measures the productivity. Then the other aspects which we want to increase our awareness and analyze our time behavior with time is how much we spend on the social media and the black hole. And they are connected with each other. For me, like spending too much time on the social media, it is a black hole. But there are other aspects of a black hole. The black hole could be watching movies for 4 hours, for example. Maybe it is good. Maybe you can spend half an hour, 1 hour maximum. But 4 hours, for example, it is time wasted, and it will be considered as a black hole. Okay. Then another thing which we need to understand our behavior, something called the golden hour. And it could be hours, not only 1 hour. And what's this? What's the golden hour? It is a time that you are the most productive during the day. You are mentally connected. You are mentally capable. So this time, whether it is 1 hour, 2 hours, or 3 hours, this time you should allocate it for the most difficult task for you because you are the most productive during the day. Usually for the activities which needs more mental consumption, mental capability. Let's say for me, my golden hour is from 9 to 11. So during this time, I need to do the most important task for me, not reading email, not going through social media. The most important, the most activities which needs productivity. Okay, if I would summarize all these things, I could summarize it with a table where I select, let me use the pointer here. So, okay, so here you will identify the table, the study time allocation, and then time on the task, then the social media scrolling, then you will identify how much I spend on the black hole, and what's the time I am using for the golden hour. And in each, as you can see, one column is the current time, and then another column, the target time. So first, let's take the study time allocation. Let's say my study time allocation is half an hour. So my target time should be 1 hour. For me, my recommendation that you need to spend at least 1 hour for your studying, for your learning. Then let's say time on the task without interruption, without connecting with the social media, you spend, let's say, 10 minutes. For me, my recommendation for the target time to be half an hour at least, without interruption. Then for the social media scrolling, some people, they find themselves that they spend 3 hours. So then maximum, the target time should be 1 hour maximum for the social media scrolling. Black hole, you spend like on the phone calls, you spend like 3 hours on the movies, on YouTube. Then you need to reduce this amount of 3 hours to half an hour, to 1 hour maximum. Okay. Then you think about what's your golden hour. For my case, it is from 9 o'clock in the morning until 11 o'clock. You make use of that time for the most productive, for the task which needs more productivity. Okay, now I'll move to more practical hints to enable you to have more productivity, more time on the task. You need to reduce multitasking. So here, what I'm saying, multitasking is a recipe for failure. Multitasking is even physically damaging yourself. Not only from productivity point of view, it is damaging also your physical health. And as you can see, your brain will be multitasking. It means I can listen, ignore, and forget at the same time. I will explain all these in the Software Professional Jumpstart. I'm just giving you some hints here in this session. And I will talk about another concept, context switching, moving from one task to another task. Moving from one task to another task by research, it reduces your productivity by 20%. Okay, now we understand our behavior. We got some practical hint. So how to go to a deep work, very focused work. So first important thing, you need to start switching off technology. You need to disconnect yourself from mobile, social media. This will be your starting point. Now I decided at 1 o'clock to start studying, to start to work on the assignments for the Software Professional Jumpstart. Immediately, I will switch off technology. I will switch off social media and mobile. Then I will make some kind of check-in. What will be the check-in? I need to ask myself first question. What do I want to do to park myself from the noise in my brain to be present? what are the things I need to bar? This will be the first question. Then I'll ask another question. What's my goal now at this moment? And I need to ask questions I need to answer after 1 hour from my studying. What are the questions I need to answer? So these are the check-in. What's to be barred? What's my goal? What are the questions I need to answer? And then after the activity, I need to check out. I will check the answers for the questions which I asked in the beginning. Then what did I learn? Then what are the concrete actions I am taking? And did I achieve my goal? I will check my goal. What was my original goal? Did I achieve it? I hope this is clear. So now this is the area of in preparing myself for productivity, for having more time on the task, and what like check in, as you can see here, and check out from this activity. Now I will give you another practical hints how to improve productivity and focus. One thing is called Pomodoro. Pomodoro is a technique or a tool that lets you to focus on the task, improve your productivity. And simply, and there are many tools. It can be a tool itself, like a clock, manual clock, or on the mobile, which I prefer not to use the one on the mobile because you need to disconnect, or any other clock. So the idea here, you reserve you will work in 3 cycles or n cycles. First of all, you will say, I focus on the task 20 minutes, or 25 minutes, or 30 minutes. Then 5 minutes break. Then another 20 minutes. Then 5 minutes break. Then another focus 20 minutes, disconnected, just focusing on the task, and then taking a break for half an hour, and so on. And then you will repeat it. So this is, I tried it myself. It was really useful for me. And then another rule, it is called 2-minute rule. What does it mean, this 2-minute rule? It means if you can do something in 2 minutes, within 2 minutes, do it now. This is, what's the idea of this rule? To stop the student syndrome, which keeps postponing. In the student syndrome, you postpone everything to the last moment. But using 2-minute rule, you will stop postponing and you will avoid the student syndrome. And while you are now you are developing yourself in the time management, you need not to forget about your well-being. And there is a concept called me time. What's this me time? You need to reserve some time during the day, maybe half an hour, 1 hour, to disconnect from everything. Do nothing, for example. Unplug and disconnect. Pamper yourself. Do a hobby. Move in the forest. Because you need some time to recover. And this will enable you to be mentally capable, physically capable, and more productive also. We need time to recover. This is the idea of the me time. And I will leave this topic to the live session in the Jumpstart, but it is called the Eisenhower Matrix. It is about to prioritize things based on the importance and the urgency. There are 4 squares in this matrix. I will explain it in the Software Professional Jumpstart. Please stay tuned. And here you need to create a table so that whenever you document your task, you will be more committed to it. I will explain it more in the course, and something about the daily routine, of course, and also work in progress. Here it is the concept of stop starting and start finishing. I copy from Agile, from Kanban specifically. You need to limit your work progress. I will explain it more in the Software Professional Jumpstart when we'll start it soon. I will just give it as a hint here that you need to limit the time you are doing at the same time. For me, for a person, for a team, it could be 2 or 3, but for a person, it should be 1 work in progress. I will explain it as we go in the course, especially in the first session. And now I will ask for a call to action, and this will be our way of working in the Software Professional Jumpstart course. Whenever you learn something, we call for action. Now, I will give you 1 to 2 minutes to think. What did you learn so far? What are you planning to do? Action 1, I will leave it to you. Action 2, please put it down. And maybe action 3 or action 4. Okay, hopefully you enjoyed this session. And please stay tuned and see you in the Software Professional Jumpstart course. Bye.